Today for our activity, we're going to analyze a surface map. So you will click the link for step 1 of our activities, and it will bring you to this Weather Prediction Center. There's a lot happening on this initial map, so to simplify it, click Options and click Fronts Only. Okay. If you drag your mouse through this 24-hour cycle, you can see how the fronts move, okay, over a period of a day. Okay, let's watch that again. Notice that the cold front starting up here slowly moves its way south and east. Notice what happens with this warm front and cold front as well as we move forward in our time clock. Okay, good. What we'll be doing is filling out a data table that you have attached in Schoology for the local time, the pressure in millibars, the wind direction, the front position, and the precipitation for each of those maps as in those 3-hour increments. Okay, so the first thing for the local time, you'll have to notice the Zulu time that's stamped on the map. And remember, in our Do Now, we talked about that Zulu time was this universal worldwide clock, and that for us, we are in Central Time. We have to count back 6 hours from that 24-hour Zulu clock in order to see what our local time would be when there's a Zulu time stamp. So if we start with our 24-hour clock, notice that the time here is 1200 Zulu. So we can either count back by 6 or we can just use this table, which does it for us. So the local time when it's 1200 Zulu is 6 a.m. So we would put that here in local time, 6 a.m. Okay. Let's go to the next column. We're going to have to say what the pressure is, and that is for Berwyn. So let's find Berwyn in the map just east of Lake Michigan here at the top corner of Illinois. That is between the isobar 1020 and between the isobar 1024. It seems like it's right in between those. So what I would write is pressure of 1022, just kind of splitting the difference there. Okay. Next is wind direction. You can either use what you know about the direction of high pressure systems, which is clockwise. So that's the closest system to Berwyn that we can see. So that wind is probably going to be coming from the west as it circles around this high pressure area. Or you can go back to that more complicated standard map, and these little blue, light blue images also show you where the wind is coming from. Okay, it looks like for Berwyn that was coming from the southwest. So this blue line is pointing from the direction that the wind is blowing. So you can see that that blue line is to the south and to the west of Berwyn. So our wind direction would be southwest. Okay, our front position, and we can go back to the fronts only view if that's easier. Notice that the front that's going to be coming through Berwyn, notice that cold front coming through Berwyn. At this time, okay, that front is to the north and the west of us, or just straight north if you want to put. That's where the front is. And to check and see if we have any precipitation at the moment of this time clock, we can go to our radar composite, and that will show any sort of green or blue areas will be precipitation. And you can see at this time, at our negative 24-hour time, we have no precipitation. So you can either write in this column clear or no. Okay, you'll continue that pattern for the next 3-hour increment. So again, you'll say what the local time is. Okay, you'll say what the pressure is in Berwyn at that time. You'll say where the wind direction is coming from, where the front is in relation to Berwyn, and then if there's any precipitation in the area.